Good afternoon, YouTubers. I'm in North Wales today, and I'm actually in Anglesey in Valley, which is Anglesey Airport, isn't it? It's an RAF base. They train pilots and things to fly here. I'm going to go along down the coast today. I'm going to have a look at Prestatyn, which is just before we get to the River Dee. So, without further ado, got a crosswind from the right. It's only 10 knots. We shall check that out. Let me just make sure my things are working. Yes, they are. Yeah, everything seems to be honky-dory. Right, let's go. Let's go and see if we can find Prestatyn. There we go. Wheels are coming up. Ooh. This is the west side of Anglesey. Prestatyn, I believe, is over there, over that way, so we'll make a turn. Valley should be just there. There's the big long runway. Look, there's the main runway. Wind's westerly today, more or less 270, I think. Depends, it changes altitude, direction with altitude. It tends to reduce and back towards the surface, but the wind can be going in all different directions at different speeds, at different altitudes, so it really depends on the day and the date. You can't always just go off the surface wind for what the wind's doing. As you can see, we've got tailwind now, 262 at 20 knots, so we're doing 400 knots and we've got another 20 on top of that ground speed. So I'll bring the power back. There's Mona, just there. Should have looked before I crossed the centre line, really. I might have got run over by a jet. That's Mona. They go to Mona as well, the planes from Valley, if they're a bit short of fuel or something. Right, this is Anglesey. This is the island of Anglesey. North is over that way. South, and the Menai Bridge is down here somewhere. Okay, we've got Carnarvon over there. Can't quite see it through the visibility today. But we're gonna cross them over the Menai Bridge. Just here. Let's have a quick look outside. There we go. And I might do a landing I might land in Prestatyn if there's anywhere to land. I know someone who lives in Prestatyn. And I might go there and visit, say hello. So I just thought I'd check the place out first in my plane. I own this aeroplane. I haven't got 100 million, but I downloaded it. It was $30, $35, I think. Money well spent, because I don't think the landing fee on one of these would be that cheap. So I'm well impressed. Okay, 26% fuel. It's not far, so I want to be nice and light when I get there, so I can hover about and land in an appropriate spot. King Charles, when he was the Prince of Wales, he had a minesweeper, and I believe he got his anchor tangled here on a super expensive underwater cable that was going to America or something like that. And, they had to cut the chain and leave it there. Super expensive bronze anchor. Oh, I don't know. Coming up to Conway. Let's have a swoop on Conway Castle. The Llandudno over there, the Orme, and there's a bridge going across the river just here. And on this side of the bridge you should see the castle, Conway Castle. This was built by Edward I Longshanks, the guy who killed Mel Gibson. There it is. There it is. A bit fast. Got the power. There we go. There's Conway Castle. Look at that. Depicted as it is, I suppose. Orbeck scenery we've got here. This is not default scenery for X-Plane. This is Orbeck's, which is an add-on scenery pack, so it's not bad. It's not precisely accurate, because the first thing you want to do, don't you, when you get it, is go to your house and look, see what your house looks like. And don't forget, this is a package for airline pilots, and they're supposed to be flying really high. So if you're really high, let's go higher. I mean, it looks a lot better from higher up, more realistic than it does at low altitude, because when you get to low altitude, of course you get to pick all the faults with it, don't you? And go, oh, that's not right, that's not right. Right, okay. Airspeed 500 knots, bit of negative G there. Okay, so before we get to the end here in the next river, which is River D, we should have Prestatyn, which should be sort of here. Which side of the river is it? I should have looked on the map, shouldn't I? Anyway, I'm not going to give away anyone's location. I'm just going to go past it, turn around and come back along the beach, I think. Show you what Prestatyn looks like. There's hills here, look, there's a few little hills. Let me just make them out from this altitude. We're at 4,500 feet. Descending quite rapidly. Okay, let's have some air brakes. Show you the air brakes on this. Look. The rudders go out like that. And they do work quite well. They do slow the bird down quite dramatically. And I'll show you the how's our fuel, 22%. I'm always paranoid about fuel. Right, there's those hills. I think there's a little airstrip up there somewhere, I seem to remember. And so I'm going to go to the hills, turn north, hit the beach, and then fly down the beach, low level, and stop somewhere. I'll go past the river. So I've got scenery at medium at the moment. If I had a really good graphics card, I could turn it all right up to maximum. So you'll find all the roads are in the right place. The buildings aren't necessarily as they are in real life, but you know, it's a flight simulator. And a lot of the flight simulators today, they use Google Earth, you know, the satellite navigation and scenery from satellite. So I'm on the east side of the river at the moment, coming along the beach. 21%, throttle is closed. It is now slowing down, 327 knots. There's the river. I think that river runs down to Rutland, isn't it? Rutland Castle up in there. Took my first wife there, and the children when they were little. I seem to remember there's a marble church as well, somewhere along there. But we used to come this way to go to our holidays in the 60s, the 1960s. My grandmother had a couple of cottages near Bethesda, I think. Okay, down to 21% fuel. Turn in there. Have we got enough fuel to have a quick look at the castle? I don't know. I reckon so. You see, Edward I, he had this plan that all his castles could be supplied by sea in case they were besieged. You see, they can't besiege the sea unless they put ships out there. That's not always that successful. So he had this idea that all his castles would be on the sea or on a river where they could be supplied by ship. Yes, there is. And it's a good plan, it worked. But Harlech, of course, and the land's risen up, and so the sea's quite a long way from the castle nowadays. But when it was built, the sea came right to the base of the cliffs. This is Rhuddlan Castle. As you can see, it's still on the river there. And the land may have risen up a bit. I don't know if the river was deeper and wider. It was a long time ago, you know, 1200 and something or other, when all this stuff was built. I'm a bit slow now. There you go, that is Rhuddlan. It's quite a creepy castle when you go in there. Okay, so I'm going to go up to the mouth of the river there, and I'll sort of park there. Find a suitable spot. So we need to transition. We need to put the wheels down. Wheels are down, it's automatically come down. Okay, and we'll move our nozzles into a more horizontal flight position. Sit back there, look at that. You can see where we are now. So I'm going to put the power in, and we'll find somewhere to park. Football stadium over there by the looks of it. That could be a good spot. Couple of bridges there. Very, very dodgy looking train. Doing a U-turn by the looks of it. It has our fuel, 17%. So we'll do a bit of a drop. She'll come down a bit. %, fuel. I've got to keep an eye on that fuel like a hawk, because we do use a lot of fuel in this process. Okay, so I'm going to go for the
500
football ground by the looks of it. If it is a football racetrack, whatever it is. Like some sort of sports arena. That'd be a nice safe place to put the aircraft down, and I'll get some more fuel, and then I'll think about where I'm going to go next. I think 11% is in the yellow, and I'm not sure where the red is, but we're not in the yellow zone yet. We've got 14%, so I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay, G. 24 knots. So we want to reduce all our speed to 0 pretty much, and reduce the power slowly. So we don't want to fall out the sky like a brick by closing the throttle. We want to gently come down and land in the middle of this arena, really. Away from the edges. It's a lot safer than Clifton Suspension Bridge, that's for sure. Nice.
30
Yeah, see, might go on an aircraft carrier. That's been a novelty, wasn't it? There we go. Lie down. Raise those nozzles. It's amazing, isn't it, that the thing can take off and land vertically, and it's $100 million just to buy it. That's before you even put any petrol in it and start flying it and fixing it. Absolutely wicked. So this is Prestatyn in North Wales, according to Orbeck Scenery in X-Plane 11 in the F35B AOA simulations version of the F35. Thank you very much for watching, and do tune in to my next exciting video. Adventures in the F30. I've probably got more hours in the F35 than the real pilots have, haven't they? Who knows? Thanks for watching.